One day, Henry went to Brandon Docks to pick up the Flying Clipper. Chiefs was at the docks as well. He was talking to a large ship. "Henry, this is Manchac," Chiefs introduced. Henry looked up at the large ship. It was quite dirty, but in good shape. Henry winced at the strong aroma of fish that emitted from its hull. We share stories with each other. Henry laughed at the thought of that. "You, James, you tell it stories?" Henry called up to the ship. "I wouldn't trust any of his stories." James wriggled his nose. Manchac blew a deep laugh. "Whether they're real or not, I still enjoy hearing them." Jeeves gave a vindicated smirk to Henry. "Have you got any ghost stories yourself?" Jeeves called to Manchac. "Let's see." Manchac rolled his eyes deep in thought. He glanced and bowed at Henry, then to James, and got an idea. "Did I tell you about the engine that disappeared?" "Disappear?" Henry snorted. "Engines can't just disappear." But we can." Manchac said smoothly, and went on with his story. Far away on another railway, the tracks go through swamps, where the rivers and tides rise high. These are dangerous places to work. A cold wind blew in from the sea as Manchac continued. "I used to electric goods engine who would come from the swamps and bring me fish. They were a punctured engine too. Somehow always on time. One day, however," Manchac continued, "a heavy storm came through. It stormed for hours. I waited and waited, but the little engine didn't show up." "So, what happened?" Henry quizzed. "Well, the workmen went up the line to inspect until they got the river, and they couldn't go any further. There was no more line. The tracks were gone. All they could see was the wide, seemingly infinite river flooded over. The river eventually went low, and the trucks washed up along the banks, but they never followed the little engine." "Terrifying, isn't it?" said Jeeves dramatically. Henry was in disbelief. "Engines are big things. They can't just disappear like that." The guard blew his whistle, and Henry took off with the Flying Clipper. But he didn't forget Manchac's story. A heavy fog had rolled over the island, blanketing everything in white clouds, and it followed hard to see, but he wasn't worried. As long as I can see the lights and have my wheels to guide me, I'll be fine, Henry contended to himself. But he was wrong. Henry was taking a route alongside a river, deep in the valley, heading to tolls that used to service the hoop mines. Henry heard a rumbling noise. He looked around, but could barely see anything in the fog. "That's a straight sound," said Henry's driver, and reached to reduce steam when Henry heard an awful sound. It wasn't him. It wasn't around him, but it was below him. Henry looked down. Henry could see the tracks, but nothing else in the fog. "Faster, Henry, faster," Henry's driver urged. "Something's happening to the car." The rumbling became a quaking sound. Rocks and soil seemed to make a loud slushing sound as Henry sped through the fog. Then, all at once, something happened. The rumbling became a boom. Henry felt a sense of weightlessness as he rumbled over the tracks. "Hang on tight, Henry," his driver called, pushing Henry to go as fast as he could. A howling wind seemed to call from under the train. "Oh, I don't like this," shrieked Henry, and he closed his eyes. It seemed like forever before Henry opened his eyes. His driver was standing in front of him, and the train had stopped. "What happened?" Henry said with a shaky voice. "I think we're about to find out," said the driver, as he watched the fireman walk from the brake van. The guard was with him, looking as pale as a ghost. "I don't think you're gonna believe this," the guard said with a shiver in his voice. "Try me," said the driver. "We've escaped a sinkhole." The coal went down the line. Sure enough, the brake van was near the edge of a large hole in the ground. As the fog lifted, the coal could see the other end of the hole. The tracks hung over it like a swinging bridge, with the wheels and sleepers dangling over it. "You don't think we," the fireman pondered, "don't be ridiculous. There's no way," the driver snapped. "But we're safe, so we must have," pondered the guard. Poor Henry was too spooked to say anything. Several days passed, and the route was cleared for Henry to take the Flying Pringle home. Henry never felt happy to see familiar sights. Henry was finally returning to Brandon Docks when he heard James, who was once again talking to Manchak. Henry shut off steam. "Poor Henry," James said with theatrical suspense, who was simply too big. It ate him who. Manchak let out a deep gasp. "Ooh." "Yes," James said. "We couldn't find him." "I'll miss him." James was suddenly interrupted. Henry snorted loudly, releasing steam to hush James up as he invited himself into the conversation. James's eyes went as big as dinner plates. "Henry, I didn't expect to see you back so soon," Henry said, and then looked up to Manchak. "What did I say? Never trust his stories." Manchak gave a hearty smile. "It was entertaining, but I would rather you're safe and sound." Henry smiled. James looked away silent. "And if you're her," Manchak continued, "could you tell us the whole story?" Henry looked at James, then back at the large ship. He thought to himself, he pondered, as a cheeky smirk appeared on his face. "Well, it all started when Henry began to tell the two of them the whole story. Just as he lived it, surely he told them the truth, right?"